If you're not down, then whatever's.
You need to be down with the DDG.
Hey, Hunter never joined the video, did he?
I don't know.
I don't think he ever joined us in the old Skype.
Hey, if you're just now joining in, we're about to go live, but while you're waiting, buy some Doge. Time to push that thing to the moon.
Dogecoin.
And if you thought it was Dogecoin, that's fine, but it's not.
Actually, if you start right now, you're probably not going to get to go for a while. It seems like, at least that seems to be. I don't know. Or is it just the 4th overall that Robinhood's pinning their stuff?
Yeah, it's the 4th that most people think their stuff's going to come through. Yeah.
Well, it better.
But plenty of people have been buying and selling, trying to ride the ups and downs, I think, right now. So I think yesterday was like, it was a lot. Over $8 billion in movement of the Doge.
We need to make enough movement to get them monies up, you know what I'm saying? I seen that
right.
GameStop's already tanking back down.
Yeah, it actually took longer than I thought.
I just feel bad for the people that waited, you know what I'm saying? That waited, hung on too long, and now they're just like, oh, son of a...
And it was so high that most of your small guys still made money. You know what I'm saying? Even if it dropped 30% of the 300% that it was up, you're still making great money.
Yeah.
So it's only if you're that tard that jumped in when it was near the top, you know?
Right. Hey, guys, we're just waiting on Hunter to get back to the cherry char, and then we're getting started. So that's what it is. And if you already left the stream, then you're a loser.
I guess we can probably... Let me see if it popped up on here. I'm never on the actual computer. I feel like a lame-o.
No,
Video. I'm trying to go to bed.
You and Hunter need to log on to your Twitch accounts.
For what?
It's called viewers, you know, for the channel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Once you get that average viewer goal, baby, you get to go affiliate, which then means people can actually subscribe and pay you money.
Oh, they can't subscribe now?
No, they just follow.
Oh, follow. Okay. All right, here it is. Here it is. Oh, I get the sound.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never thought about watching it on here before.
Am I sounding good? Is it delayed? Is it like really delayed or no? You're supposed to tell me if it's delayed.
Yes, it's delayed.
Like how delayed?
Like delayed central.
Really?
Yeah, like it just said, you can subscribe now. It was just now happening.
All right, well.
Yeah.
If the Streamlabs then.
Mm-hmm. It's all good.
I'll just have to share them videos, you know. Just waiting on that hunt dog. Waiting on that hunt dog, yeah.
You can probably roll that
day long.
That
right,
pre-video.
Yeah, we're gonna play that highlight vid. You know, give y'all a little something.
Oh, what's weird is on here I don't see share to group. Why? Why not?
Ooh, did they do to you what they used to do to me?
I don't know. On the computer, there is no share to group. It's just share now, share to story, send in messenger. Oh, more options maybe? Yep, there it is. Maybe that's where it's at for you and you just never noticed because you're Clint.
Well, no, because I do it through my phone. And there is no more options on the phone.
Right.
By the way, I've got your video shared for you.
What are you talking about?
On your Discord, because you're always whining about that.
Oh, yeah. Preach. Feel me?
You appreciate?
Yes.
Appreciate. Ooh, that sounded bad. Well, appreciate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There, I said it again so you would hear it loud and clear.
Yeah, I heard it the first time.
Okay. All right, well, these guys are tired of listening to Appreciate, and they're ready to watch some gameplay. So let's give it to them.
It'd be hilarious if that door slammed shut and it just went up to a 10. We're like, what?
Oh, 10.
There it goes.
Oh, she got
I
me.
got the deal.
She got me.
No,
She's on me.
no, I got the deal.
We're Delirious Dads Gaming.
So are you going to be a gamer that's a dad, or are you going to be a dad that's a gamer?
Go check out the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast, available today on your favorite podcast platforms and at the website deliriousdadsgaming.com. The Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast is a gaming podcast geared towards dads who are gaming enthusiasts. They don't take themselves so serious that they can't have fun. They include fun, joking banter that keeps the content both entertaining and relaxing. They bring gaming news.
The Halo Infinite teaser seems like it's marking the return of the Banished.
Dr. Disrespect, so Twitch has permanently banned him and nobody knows why.
Game reviews,
Crackdown 3, worst reviewed game of this century.
tips and tricks, and gaming quizzes with a dad perspective in mind. If you're a gamer, but life keeps you too busy to keep up, then they have your back. Check it out today on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Twitch, YouTube, and more. That's the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
All right.
You can also find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Search Delirious Dads Gaming. Delirious Dads Gaming.
We're live,
Podcast
Hunter. We're
at
getting ready to go, baby.
DeliriousDadsGaming.com. Go check it out now.
Good deal.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Click Gaming, a freelance esports tournament company based out of Oklahoma. If you're located in the U.S. and need esports services, this is the ultimate gaming company for you. Contact Johnny Weaver at icychiller@att.net. That's ICYCHILLER. On this episode of the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
David versus Goliath.
You're kidding me. Is it really back?
It's time for the free games of February. And there's some classics and some epic scary games. The best scary games.
And now, the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Yeah, guys, it's time for another episode of the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast, episode 101. So does that mean we're taking them to school, guys? It's a little one-on-one course on delirious dadding, a little bit of gaming. Anybody?
A little what?
Perfectly stayed quiet.
Just didn't say a word, left me hanging.
Oh, man.
Big shocker.
He's talking about, where you say, hey, it's wrestling 101 or
Yeah.
it's whatever
Baseball
101.
101.
Basically it means like you're starting basics and stuff like that.
And
He said,
in
I'll
our
be taking
case,
him to school.
it's buffet 101. This is how
Yeah.
we eat at a buffet.
Clint was like,
Big
I'm going to shave my beard, show my neck, and say, is this school?
No.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I got to turn down my brightness from Facebook over here. Jeez. Did I mention they took away toggle to dark mode? Bastards. Anyway,
Yes.
I'm just old like that. Well, Hunter, you're looking good now that you've joined the Skypey. Hello.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah, you look good.
It's all
though.
right. You're
you
forgiven.
look fresh.
I've been battling death.
Yeah, you don't look sick at all, so that's good.
Well,
Mentally weak, but the body, it's still going.
all right.
All right, I'm just
Sounds
kidding.
great.
I'm just kidding. I'm a big baby too. So this week we're doing gaming news. Well, I'm not. I'm letting these two goofballs do it. It's gonna be good.
That's right.
I'm
Yeah,
pumped.
it's going to be better than usual because we've removed the negative portion
Yep.
of it.
Yep. I'm the tumor. It's not a tumor.
I just need to know. Why
It is
you
a
shave
tumor.
your face like that.
You say what?
Why would you shave your face like that?
Really,
You didn't
honestly,
have anything to shave in all reality.
For the wellness of the podcast.
no. I mean, honestly, it was just the old mustache hair was getting kind of down into the foodsies, and it was just getting.
Mine's
annoying.
all up in it right now. I need to trim it up.
I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
And it was like getting up in my nose, like when I was wearing my CPAP because I'm fat. The hairs were like getting up in the nose and tickling just enough to wake me up. So it was time to just easier just to shave it all off than to trim it. So
I didn't even think about that.
yeah, that's where
Speaking
we're
of the
that's where we're at with
CPAP,
that.
you guys, I have one coming this week.
Oh really?
Yeah, I sleep like a baby, but I guess they've said since it's not celiac and it's not this and it's not that, the inflammation could be due to sleeping problems and what do you call that? You know, where you stop breathing. Same thing you do.
Yep.
What do you call it?
Sleep apnea.
Apnea, sleep apnea.
Yeah.
They said sleep apnea causes high cortisone levels and makes you keep your fatness, which hopefully, and they said it also causes a lot of inflammation issues. So they gave me a test like a month ago, and the doc called me today and was like, yeah, you're moderate and you're severe. You're going to die when you're 40
Whoa.
unless you get a CPAP.
Whoa. Gonna have high blood pressure. Oh yeah. Yep.
That's scary, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but I don't have high
Like,
blood
like-
pressure or anything.
Like
All
2
that
years
extra is
away,
good.
right?
it's usually like the later effects. So
She didn't really say you're going to die when you're 40. She said the problem is when you have the sleep apnea. So if you guys don't know, there's dads out there. This is a dad show. If you've got the sleep apnea, if you snore a lot, you probably do. Then I guess what happens is it causes abnormal pressures in your lungs and in your heart, which then later causes your lung and heart to build muscle that it shouldn't have, muscle density in areas that it shouldn't have. And so then later in life, you'll have lung problems and early heart failure sometimes, which
Might
is a
as
weird
well-
thing to think about
might
just
as
from
well
not
be
sleeping
taking
right.
might as well be taking steroids, growth hormones.
Yeah,
Just
that's
build
right.
that heart
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. So she's going to put me on it, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, I
I'll be
bet you do
freaking
sleep
Bane
better.
over there. I sleep pretty good already.
But the two of us, me and Hunter, were already on it. So welcome to the club. You
Yeah.
know, we'll welcome you with open arms. Except Hunter has this new one that looks like super cool, and mine's just the old man, mask. So I don't.
Mine should be pretty good based on the fact that I have really good insurance. So hopefully,
Yeah, let us know what it
hook
looks
me
like.
up.
You can sleep really good still if you're listening out there, though. You can actually like yourself sleep and not wake up during the night and still have terrible sleep apnea.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
said
not
because they
even
said no, you don't
I
really
just-
toss and turn very much. And usually, if I get like 6 or 7 hours of sleep, I wake up really rested, which is not. Some people with sleep apnea, they know they have it because they're always sleepy when they get up. That's not. Yeah, that's not me. But they said that's very normal. You could sleep right through it and still be causing the exact same problems in the future. So,
Gotcha.
all right.
Vengeful, hey, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you tonight.
This is the sleep apnea stream.
Yep. We're talking about gaming with our lives. If we stop breathing, yeah.
Mine's not that severe, but
Mine's. I don't know what mine is because I haven't got checked in a while, so I just keep wearing the mask.
Yeah, that's good. Well, if you lose weight, you might stop having to wear it, but you like your weight, so
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah, and I haven't lost my weight yet, so I keep going and eating out. So until
That's
that
just like me.
stops,
it's like the pot calling the kettle a pot. It doesn't make any sense.
Yep. I've been supposed to be staying away from gluten for years now, and do you think I have? No.
You did for a while, but it's time for the news. Nobody cares about your gluten intolerance.
That's true. So, hey, let's hit up the news, and then after that, I've got free games of the month, and we're going to do it real entertaining, All right, let's hit it.
Oh, really? You're going to do it? Hold on, time out. It felt like a jab to me.
No.
Like it's not normally.
No.
Okay.
I just meant we're going to do it entertaining tonight, Not that it's
Tonight.
not
Okay,
been
I get it. Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
all right.
All right. Let's roll.
Let's roll that beam footage, as Ryan would say. Leaks for Geeks.
All right. Clint's still bobbing over there, like the music's still going, but it looks like it's stopped on my end.
It's ringing in my ears, It's good.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
I'm just
All
partying
right.
tonight. Hunter's sick. I'm having a blast.
I'm gonna hit you guys with the first of the first, okay? And that is a little nugget that is gaming related, but TV related, because us dads and families, we like our shows and we like our gaming related shows. And we like our nerd shows. A movie that I really enjoyed just recently was the Sonic movie. They took away the weird Sonic, they made a new Sonic, they listened to the people, and they made a good movie. I enjoyed it. And I know you guys did too. I remember you watched it, right, Clint?
I haven't watched it yet.
With your kiddo, and you haven't watched it yet, Hunter?
No, I have not, but I think I would like it.
Ryan, I hate to burst your bubble, but
What?
we went and watched it at the movies together.
There it was.
Yeah, so
I was like, you watched it with Claire? Yep, you watched it with me. It's
yeah.
all right.
It's like, Ryan's
You're-
like, we've had a Christmas light season since then, bro.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Not only that, I have sleep apnea, so have some
So,
freaking.
we're gonna blame sleep apnea. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really insensitive. From me.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Well, wait,
But if you like the movie, nobody cares that you have it, Clint. We're talking about me. Just selfish.
I don't like shellfish. Just so you know.
If you guys like the movie, which most of you did, Sega has promised lots of Sonic in 2020, and this last year, lots of Sonic in 2021, and 2022 will also be rolling. And it says apparently 24 episode animated series called Sonic Prime is slated for next year. Yep. So I think there's supposed to be a sequel to Sonic this year, a movie, right?
Okay.
And then off of that will be, and from my understanding, it's going to be actually off the movie. So following the same storyline will be a continued series that comes to TV after the second one, which is a pretty unique idea, I think. Sounds pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And if they actually keep Jim Carrey as a main character in a show, that would be interesting. But it doesn't say, specifically anything like that.
Right. Sorry, I didn't
You
mean to
pulled
play
the
something
video
over
here?
Yeah.
Is it
No, you're
playing-
I can't hear it.
It's just the original. No, this is just the original movie. I'm just putting a little
movie.
background there for you.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, it was fun.
I enjoyed it.
I want to watch it now. I'm so glad they changed Sonic back to more cartoony.
Hunter refuses to go to the movies with me anymore because Claire took off on him that time. Just
I
embarrassing
haven't
him.
been invited since Halloween, so
Well, I mean, there was a pandemic that shut all of them down, so.
yeah. But I mean, you just opened up saying that I've never gone with you, and then you're gonna just tuck it away like, oh yeah, I did never invite him again.
Well, I was rolling with that because I thought it was good.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to it. We're blaming Hunter. He didn't like your daughter, which is rude.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided not to go with you ever again. What a
You
jerk.
don't like your daughter. What are we talking about here?
Oh, boy.
All right, what you got, Hunt Dog?
I've got a little something, but actually we're talking about media, or like games going into movies. I just saw a little snippet on something when I was reading through some different articles that it's the 25th anniversary of Tomb Raider
Oh,
really?
okay.
this year, and so they're actually going to do an animated show on Netflix. Tomb Raider is.
Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Nice.
That's not my news. I just thought I'd share that snippet since it kind of went with yours.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about. Oh, by the way, to our listeners, the biggest news of this podcast is your boy secured the bag. Okay,
Ah,
I
yeah,
got
he did.
myself a PS5, boys.
Noise.
So, boys ain't
Noise.
girls. I guess Delirious dad, so boys. But anyways, I'm loving it so far, and so because of that, this first news is about the PS5. But God of War for PS5, or there is a PS5 update for God of War now
Okay.
with 4K 60 FPS support.
Okay.
So starting tomorrow, February 2nd, which is today actually, you can make one of the last generation's best looking games even better. A free PS5 upgrade is now available for the 2018 God of War. You can now download the patch for the enhanced version, which gives the game a nice graphical upgrade. According to the announcement blog, the PS4 Pro lets you choose between performance or resolution. The new patch replaces that option with one of a new default that offers both. That
Nice.
runs at 60 FPS in 4K checkerboard resolution at 2160p. You'll still have the option to choose original performance experience and run the game at 4K with 30 FPS. The God of War was already known for its impressive visuals, and a few of the glimpses of this upgrade look even nicer. The blog shows 2 images, a colorful forest and Kratos climbing a mountainside.
Nice.
So, it does. It looks like, what's weird is for the eyes, sometimes we can't comprehend what we're seeing that looks better. But for me, so far, playing the PS5, the shadowing and like the light tracing is what is just like crazy looking.
Yeah.
It's just natural. It's like when we're talking about the photorealism the other day on the podcast. We notice things in real life that we don't just think about all the time. Like,
Right,
there's
it's just
a
part of your
glare-
natural
there's a glare on my whiteboard right now from the lamp. I don't just like be like,
Right.
oh, it's a nice glare.
Right.
But it's proper in my brain. So now that we have these systems taking all that stuff into account, it just really like your brain likes it. It's like, oh wow, this looks
That's
real.
right. Yeah, it just makes it feel right.
So there's a lot of that, and I think that's what you're going to see in this God of War update is proper shadowing, proper ray tracing for the light, good reflections. Because I even tapped into Madden, and they gave me a PS5 upgrade for Madden because I already owned it. And man, it's just the difference in the way the light kind of reflects off the helmets is just better. Like it's cool. Those little things are cool. So I'm excited about this. I've already beat God of War, but I'll probably get this up to date. And
I was going to ask, did you try Madden Online yet? To see if,
at my house,
Yeah.
I have not yet.
Oh, okay. We were trying to play it the other night when he brought it over to show it off, and it was laggy.
Right. I
So
did
weren't sure if it
play.
was my internet or their servers.
Played a round of.
Oh, really?
Played a round of Fortnite today, and it had no lag whatsoever. So
Okay.
That's good. Maybe it's
But
just
when we were playing it at your house, once we plugged it in, it started working great. At first we were using your Wi-Fi, and then we plugged in.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, never mind.
So yeah, so I'm loving it.
Good.
Nice. Like it.
Let me see.
I'm loving my gaming PC. There, I said it.
Yeah, and so another cool thing. This is the last part of this is that the God of War actually is included on the PlayStation Plus collection. So when you get a PS5, they have what's called the PlayStation Plus collection. So if you are a Plus member, which means like Xbox Live, if you subscribe to that, you get 20 free games. And so that's awesome, to just kind of kickstart, your play on the PS5, and the fact that some of them are upgradable to the PS5 version, even better. So this is cool. This is really cool for the PS5 owners who can jump back in here. I'm going to download that update and play through a couple more levels. Maybe go back and there's tons of collectibles in the game. Go back and try to, collect some of those things. So
Nice.
We need to get you streaming one of these days.
I know, I do. Because I play a lot of story-based games, and I think that would be a good content creator for our channel and our YouTube and stuff like that. So, anyways, you next, Ryan.
Okay. I've got some Overwatch news, okay?
Ooh, Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch leagues has decided to kind of split up, basically. Due to COVID-19, continues to complicate travel and event planning. Overwatch League's 2021 season will divide its teams into 2 regions, West and East. Says the teams in the West will teams in the West group will play in North America and Europe, while the teams in the East group will spend the season in China and Korea.
There we go.
Oh.
Okay. It says the Los Angeles Valiant, which is one of the teams, is one of the teams headed to China. Weird thing is they're heading without their team. So they're leaving their team, going to China, and I guess hiring a new team in China.
Interesting.
Oh. So it's gonna
Which
be
is very I don't think that was the intent of when they split it. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
guess it's up to each team what they're going to do. They're their own.
And they're like, no, we're not going where the coronavirus originated. Sorry.
Well, no, they are, but they're leaving the teammates, the team,
Actual
the
players.
members, right?
That's what I'm
So the
saying.
team-
The team itself was like, no, we ain't going.
Maybe the way this is worded is more like they let them go. Like, we're going to find
what-
some new people over there.
So what?
It
They're
says
going to be the Los Angeles what?
Yeah,
Are
it's-
they still going to be Los Angeles?
I don't know. It says we want to thank all the for one it doesn't make sense if it's the team from the East and it's Los Angeles. That's the farthest west you can get.
Yeah.
But it must be East and West world, right? Not United States. I'm
Okay.
American, so I
Okay.
think they must mean America.
Mhm.
Okay, but they said we want to thank all the players and staff moving on today from LA Valiant due to COVID-19 related visa issues. Oh, so it is.
Okay.
It's because they're not able to.
Secure
I
visas.
guess get their visas to go over there and work as we prepare to compete in China this season. Wrote the team on Twitter. We've worked to facilitate the best available next steps for our players and staff, and wish them all the best moving forward. It kind of makes me feel like, well, isn't that something Overwatch League thought about ahead of time? Whether the players can move where you're sending them to move, right? I mean,
Well,
it kind of.
I don't know. Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah,
It's really
I'm
weird.
not sure.
Why not just, I don't know, if you wanted a China team, just open a China team?
Yeah,
I'm confused.
the Los Angeles Valiant is owned by Immortals Gaming Club, which recently denied a rumor that the team had been purchased by a Chinese organization. Ooh.
Okay.
IGC will continue to own the LA Valiant, and we are excited about the opportunity to grow the brand's global reach this year. That's a weird one for me. I mean,
That's,
for me,
that's some muddied water right there.
it sure is.
I think I misunderstood when you started this. This is a this is tournament players or no?
No, this
Yeah,
is the league. This
This is
Overwatch
one of the
League,
teams in
professional
the
league.
actual Overwatch League. So this would be just like the NFL,
Okay, I get
deciding they're going to split into two things.
when you were talking
then-
about teams and then like living there at the end. I thought maybe you were talking about a development team.
Oh, no, it's one of the actual teams. Yep.
Okay.
I guess they're going to continue to be called the LA Valiant, which is weird if you have nobody from LA on your team and you're in China.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be-
that's what I was
it-
kind
it-
of chuckling about. Not racist or anything, but just
Yeah, it doesn't make much
you get
sense.
all the Chinese guys on your
yeah,
team.
so it'd be like if the Chiefs this year or next year was like, so some of our players can't go, so we're just gonna outsource our team for the year to China. It's like
It
we're
also
coming
wouldn't
back?
make sense.
That would
It
be
also
a
wouldn't
big
make sense
situation.
if a Chinese organization bought the team, they would be wanting the players with the team. You'd
Yeah.
think. So I don't think that that's what happened here. But it is a weird play of events. You know what I mean? To say the least. It's
It
just,
seems like a bad play of events, if I'm just being honest.
yeah, it seems like a weird choice for the Overwatch League itself.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting messed over.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's
so
you guys
unfortunately, it
won-
sounds like it's probably the players getting messed over.
Yeah, usually it's the David that gets, but in this next story, it's the Goliath.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah. So on from the negative story we read to what I see as a positive story. We talk about inventions and tech and intellectual property on the show sometimes. And this time the intellectual property was used in the Steam controller by Valve. Well, Valve was ordered to pay $4 million for copyright or for patent infringement. Okay. When I first read the story, I thought, oh, it's probably some other big company like PlayStation or something like that, but it's not. It's a little guy, and they won. So Valve has been ordered to pay $4 million in damages after a week-long jury trial found that the infringement on the patent related to the Steam controller back, the little pads on the back of the Steam controller,
Uh-huh.
is something that was patented ahead of time. It says lawyers representing Scuff, which is the name of the company who patented it.
Okay.
Heard of Scuff?
Oh yeah.
It's a parent company of Ironburg, who is the actual inventing company.
Mm-hmm.
They told the jury of Valve had been warned of Ironburg's patent back in 2014 when they showed the controller at CES. They let them know ahead of time, hey, we've got a patent on that. Ironberg's lawyer told the jury last week that Valve's intentional disregard of this infringement and our warning is at the heart of our case. So essentially, they told them, they said, oh, well, we're big enough to squash you like a cockroach. We're going to use it. And they lost, which is good because that doesn't always work out that way. So Valve, it says Valve did know its conduct involved an unreasonable risk of infringement. So they knew it was very obvious that what they were going forward with was very, very close to this one that was already patented. It wasn't like probably not. You know what I mean? It says, but it simply proceeded to infringe anyways. The classic David and Goliath story. David does what, or Goliath does what Goliath wants, but not this time. So, and a lot of times when you win one small thing like that, that's the beginning of the iceberg. You'll have that $4 million that's paid, and then they're going to investigate further and further to see what other profits maybe did they make because of this.
Pull a little more out of them.
Yep, and pull a little bit more out of them. So, hate to hear that. I like Valve. They're one of my top gaming companies that I like. I like Steam, but I don't like the little guy getting booped on. So I'm glad that this little guy got some money out of it.
Justice was served.
It just makes you wonder if they went through with it because they just thought they may be cool with it.
No.
I don't know. That's weird.
They were just like, we got money.
Yeah, they just figured we'll win in court. Ours is different enough.
Because you think 2014 Scuff probably wasn't near as big as they are now.
Yeah.
Because they've really been coming on with their attachments and stuff.
Well, and Scuff is just the parent company of the actual company who owns the patent. The actual company who owns the patent is an even smaller company called Ironberg.
Gotcha. Well.
All right. Well, what you got, Hunt?
My next one is exciting, guys. And if any of you guys are football fans, Madden fans, and especially NCAA fans.
Yes, sir.
Then you've heard about this today.
No, because I've looked at the news all day because I knew you guys were doing it, so I just stayed out of it so I could be surprised.
EA is reviving its college football series.
Yeah.
PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Really?
Okay.
Another thing that it mentions in this, which I'm kind of baffled by, and it was almost a bummer to me after I got so pumped, is it says, but no player names or likenesses.
I was just about to say it has to. They can't. That's the whole problem why they stopped it. Yeah, so unless these...
But now, players are getting paid for their likeness. I think they passed that bill.
the college players. Yeah, that's right. I was going to say.
EA just doesn't want to pay.
No, that's it. They are not involving... Well, I'll just read this a little bit.
Okay.
You'll see.
Yeah.
EA is bringing back the college football series, which has been gone since 2013. EA Sports is reviving its dormant college football series. The publisher has confirmed for those who never stopped believing. The publisher said in its announcement on Twitter. So, it has this picture. They tweeted this picture. It says college football is coming back with a part of the field with confetti all over it. It says EA Sports college football, and then that's what they wrote as their tweet for those who never stopped believing. It says the announcement was accompanied with an image that says college football is coming back. I just covered that. The announcement does not mention the NCAA by name, and the game is being made without their involvement. So that right there, I think, is why we're not going to get any player likeness, because if you don't involve the NCAA in this and then you use player likeness, you're going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So how are they going to call it NCAA?
They're not.
Football.
It's going to be EA Sports College Football.
Oh, my God.
Or something like that. That's what it says.
So it's not going to be like the Texas Longhorns or the OU Sooners.
No,
like,
I think they still will use that, but they just
Okay.
won't. They won't use any coaches or players.
So they're just going to pay the schools money,
probably
basically.
for licensing. Well, here's the thing.
And they
step
and they step around the NCAA by doing that. That's kind of smart, actually.
Well, this is not the same game, though. If you do that, like one of the things that people loved about the game is playing the players they knew, just like on the pro. So if you bring it in and you've got all these random characters playing,
Yeah, I get that, but the thing about NCAA was it's not like Madden where they didn't have the players' names on the jerseys.
Okay, but
Right.
what? But
They
what?
had the numbers and they had the person, the right skin color or whatever like that.
So did the commentators were like a number 25 with the
Yep.
tackle?
there wasn't
boy.
really a commentation in that game. Like
Number
there is in
25's
Madden.
on fire tonight. Number 25 gonna win that Heisman.
No, Clinton, you're not. Listen to me for a second. There wasn't a. They didn't announce like that. They announced that touchdown, and stuff like that. And then the college football.
Oh, that's right. They were like, this guy he's just tearing it up today for the Sooners.
Then the
Good thing
band-
he's not a cowboy.
No, they didn't say anything like that, dude.
Oh, okay.
If I could punch you through the screen right now.
I remember
Listen,
what they
they
sound
just
like.
did the very bare minimum, and they just said touchdown, or that's a first down. Or,
They'll probably make it to where
in your mind you're thinking Madden of this year or last year. This is 2013 college football game. They didn't
Well-
have.
Okay,
all
but
these-
my question is, didn't these guys that kind of look like their character and had the same number, didn't they also have the same kind of skill sets? Like they were good at
Yeah,
what that
they were
person's good at?
like if it was a super fast QB, then you got a super fast QB.
Exactly. So what's going to happen now if you can't
I
have
have
any
no clue.
likeness?
I have no clue. I don't
No.
know how that's going to work.
well, they can just say it's
I
not
can't
that
tell
thing.
you. I'm a little bummed about that.
They probably can't call stats likeness. You know what I mean? They just change up their number, change up their skin color, and use the same stats.
Or you put that power in the player's hands. Maybe I used to go in and when I played with certain teams back in 2013, I thought, well, this guy's way faster than this. So you go in and tweak his stats.
Mhm.
But
Or here's what you do: you do that plus just let them put the names on the players. You just go in and set up your own custom roster.
yeah,
Oh, that'd be sweet. Yeah.
that's again in your hands, and that's what you did anyways. That's what I was saying is back then they had the year, like year 2014 was the last one they made,
Mhm.
but it was released in 13, right? Like the Maddens do, and like
Right.
kind of. So, anyway, so you would have the team's numbers correct. Like
Right.
quarterback was 1 for OSU. Well, he was 1 on the game. Did he look like the guy in the face? Absolutely not. Did he look like the same build of body? Absolutely not. Did he have the same speed rating probably as they thought he would? Yes. Did he have the same, athleticism? Did his arm was as good? Yes, but I wouldn't say is as good as Madden. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
Madden actually has a position. They hire people
Mhm.
that are called like stat ratings per people.
Mhm.
They go to NFL games. That's their job. They go and
Right.
watch these players, and based
Right.
on how they perform throughout the year is where they get their Madden rating.
Right.
Right.
And so you didn't have that for this. This was just like the developers, knew the talk of the teams that were winning that year, the top 25.
Right.
Probably had the good stats that were accurate. Anybody
Okay.
below the top 25, it was just a generic team.
Yeah,
Right.
Now,
And
Rowdy,
so that's what I think we're going to see here.
Rowdy in the chat says they're going to make the guys the same numbers and positions. He said has nothing to do with anything. They just can't use the names. So they're
Right.
just
And
not
that's what
going to
I'm
use
thinking.
the names at all.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe what got him in trouble in the lawsuit or whatever happened back in 13 was the person on the cover. And I think you do use the actual person on there. So I think that somebody said, well, that's not fair. That's my face, and I'm not making money off of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just hire some
But
model
let me
and
read this a little bit.
football
Then,
job.
development has only just started, EA said, so you shouldn't expect to play this game anytime soon. Details around launch timing and other factors will be announced as the project progresses in the years ahead. What EA did confirm is that the new college football game will deliver authentic college football experience and have high quality gameplay that fans have long loved in college football games from EA Sports. There will be more than 100 teams in the game, and their logos, stadiums, uniforms, and game day traditions will be replicated in the game. However, due to an ongoing lawsuits and other legal matters, there won't be student names, images, or likenesses. We've heard from the millions of passionate fans requesting the return of college football video games. EA Sports boss Cam Weber said in a statement, "We love the energy, tradition, and pageantry of college football, and I'm beyond thrilled to say we are back in development." We have a lot of really exciting work ahead of us and a great team that is eager to bring a new game to players in the next couple of years. The latest NCAA football game was in the 2013 NBA Football 14. A sequel was in development but was canceled on September 2013 amid EA's lawsuit settling statement with former college football players.
Okay.
EA's contract with the NCAA for college football games was also terminated that year, though EA later signed a deal with the college licensing company for more college football games.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there gets you the likeness of the teams, but you just can't use for the
individuals.
Sake,
Okay,
the
that's smart.
individuals. Another reason I know this is because in the last couple of Maddens, it says right here, EA's last Madden game have included some college teams, and EA management had suggested that it would be returning to college football games someday. So there's actually a game mode in Madden that's called Face of the Franchise, and you start a guy, you start in high school, you work your way up through college, and you actually get to play a couple years of college football.
Okay, yeah, I remember you telling us that.
Now it's super sped up. You don't play like 60 games or anything, but you play like 4 or 5 games that apparently are fast forwarded through this kid's history or through his career as a college football athlete. And again, you don't have anybody. It's not like you have people on the team, you know who they are. It's just,
right.
But again, I think how they can do this, the games can be exactly like they were, but you just can't be putting the athletes on the cover.
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to have to be putting stadiums maybe, or the trophy, or,
So are we getting a college league together? We're going to do like stream an official season, get a bunch of guys together.
I love it, man.
Rowdy, I'm sorry if you're still listening to the stream, you can't play because you're really good at football games now, and so it just wouldn't be fair. Me and him used to play NCAA all the time. We'd do the 2-player. You go into your, what was it? What was that called? Actually, Hunter, do you remember where you went into season? You could do multiplayer. Like basically, we'd pick our teams. Like, okay, you're OU, and you're Texas, and then we play throughout the season.
You just do Dynasty.
Maybe the Dynasty is what I'm thinking of.
And you would play a whole year, and then you play each other for one game. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Just
If you can make it to the bowl games, if you can make it to that big championship.
Okay.
Unless you played as a team in the same conference, and you probably played in a conference play.
Yeah, I think usually we tried to do Big 12 back when there were Big 12.
Nice.
They're still the Big 12. They just don't have 12 teams. But
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Big 10.
The Big Ten.
It's kind of like Madden being Madden. Madden's not even there anymore.
Well, we couldn't be the Big 10 because there's already a Big 10.
Yep. So it's just
So we're not gonna we're 10.
the Big 5 divided by
2.
No, that doesn't work. 5
Yep.
times 2.
Yep.
There you go. The Big 5 times 2. I was like, wait a minute.
Try.
No, it does work.
That math doesn't work.
We're not.
Yep.
You aren't fast enough to get it. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm. You got to divide it by 2 before you times it by 2. Divide it by 3.
I guess you
times
could say
4.
5 divided by 10, or no, 5 divided by 50. There you go. Then it'd still be 10. Boom. Works.
How did 5 divided by 50 get you 10?
I don't know. I meant that still would be 10.
Hey
You're
guys, forgive him. He's giganticizing.
Get that. Get.
All right, next on the news.
I had a light dinner, okay?
Activision confirms Call of Duty Warzone uses an internal anti-cheat. This is a dumb thing for people to think that they weren't. But a lot of people questioned whether they were because they don't have, BattleNet or easy anti-cheat like some of these other games carry.
Uh-huh.
They basically, they just rolled out, I think this last week, 60,000 banned accounts.
That's not going to stop people.
For a total of 300,000 banned accounts in recent times. So they're pushing really hard against this stuff. Some people are basically have been saying, I don't even know if they've got their protection or if they're just trying to find these guys. Is there any system or software that's tracking these cheaters? Because it seems like it's just too freaking common in Warzone now.
Yeah.
And so they've come out and said, yes, we do. We have our own in-house software that's built into our system. It is tracking these people. We are adapting it and learning and trying to get rid of all these people. What's funny is, they're comparing it to like Valorant had their own built-in, but Valorant's anti-cheating was a beast. I mean, it was like we have never really heard much at all. There's been a little bit of people here and there cheating in Valorant, but it's not. It's definitely not your issue like you have with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And so maybe they've got a better internal system, and if you can't do it that well, pay BattlEye and don't be cheap. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. If they use somebody like BattlEye, they have to pay them probably a per user type basis, right?
Oh, I would hate for the biggest game, one of the biggest games out there that makes so much money, for them to have to
actually pay for a good cheese. I know, yeah. Well, I know it cost them to design their own software too, but I'm sure it's less than paying BattlEye.
Well, if these lesser, quote unquote, I don't make people mad here, but the lesser companies, right? If they can afford it, come on, Activision, get it together.
Well, it's not just that. It's the fact that, sure, maybe it costs you a little bit more to pay BattlEye, but you probably have lost a decent amount of players over the cheating stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So where's your money at? Where's it going to be better spent? It's going to be better spent not losing people who are followers of your franchise. You know what I mean?
Could you imagine doing like a Call of Duty tournament event where you're going to make some big money and then you have cheaters hop in the lobby?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd be pissed. Yeah, I'd be super pissed for sure. Let's see what I got here. I've got one left. Can't remember if you were all the way done or if you had another one for me.
Really little thing, but it's nothing huge. So
okay, I'll let you finish and I'll hit mine first. Clint, I've got some pictures there in the what do you call it?
Discord,
Discord. Okay. Yep, you can throw those up if you want to. There's the original prototype, is the wood-looking one, and then we'll show the other ones here in just a second. So throw the wood one on there.
Okay.
This is it says forget WSAD. This is a robotic controller that this guy came up with because he was tired of playing MMOs and spell casting and all this jazz with a mouse and keyboard. And he said it just you get your fingers positioned wrong, then you're spamming the wrong thing the whole time, and this and that. So he custom designed his own wood controller, put his own buttons in it that he could program, and had it carved to fit his hand ergonomically. And I guess other people just fell in love with it, and he ended up building this other one. We'll show here in just a second. Are you going to show the one?
Yeah, I got to pull it up first. I got to go a different route. So.
Oh, really? Okay. I should have found a video on it, but I didn't. Anyways, it says let me read this right. It's called the Azeron Gaming Keyboard. Okay, and if you're watching the live stream, you can see it on there now. The Azeron Gaming Keyboard. This is okay. It's a little weird looking, and this is the new one looks like, you'll see here in just a second, looks like a mechanical monkey hand. It says no, it's actually pretty convenient piece of gaming hardware that pairs with your mouse in your right hand, and you use this in your left or vice versa, whichever way you like to do it. And this is set up so you can have all your commands and everything. So from what I understand, if you're looking at the wood one, it had 2 rows of buttons, right? Mm-hmm. To where if you go to the new one, it's going to have a top and bottom button. So your fingers set into the little grooves of each little finger hole, and then pushing up down as a button, if that makes sense. So you've got 2 buttons for every single finger. Does that make sense?
That sounds harder. I don't know. I don't know if my brain can pick that up.
It may or may not be, but that's how I think that's set up. So you can press up or press down with each one.
Well, that's what it looks like. Those all look like little paddles there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be speed, because you'd never have to lift your finger off a button.
Right.
That's the point. You never have to move your fingers off the button. Now, it does say here that it looks a little weird, looks a little, overwhelming. But actually, I think there's extra buttons up top there too. Those 4 on the tip of each finger is a button.
Okay.
So I think the way you finalize this, you've actually got maybe 3 buttons.
Okay.
For each one, or those aren't toggles, and those are just to rest your fingers in, and you've got the button underneath and the button up top. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. That's probably what it is. So it's easier to make sure you find the right place. It doesn't describe specifically. but it does say, that doesn't take very long after using it before you actually really get used to it, and it becomes very automatic. And it is actually, most people have said it's easier to use and more smooth to use than mouse and keyboard. And so I don't know about how well that would work in a shooter or something like that. If it's going to be fast enough. The guy that designed it specifically for
An MMO.
MMOs. Yep.
Yeah.
Specifically, Guild Wars 2 was the game that drove him crazy on the mouse and keyboard and made him make this. But obviously, it's taken off, so it's going to be better than just for Guild Wars.
Yeah. Okay.
So, interesting little piece of gaming hardware. It's called the. Let's see, just so you guys, I read it a minute ago, but I didn't remember. It's the Azeron gaming keyboard. If you guys want to look into it, I don't know if they're still in the like pre-funding deal or if they're actually for sale. I didn't look into that.
Okay.
But I did think it was cool.
One thing I didn't like about that picture is that the it looks like the cord comes out of the side.
Yeah.
The cord does come out of the
that's
side. Yep.
side.
Which trips me up a little bit because it just seems like that would get in the way.
Well, it comes out of the side and towards the front.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Would you be just afraid of maybe yanking it out? Is that what you're thinking, maybe?
No, you got to go left and right and stuff,
no, you're not moving it. It's not a mouse.
Oh, this is to go in your opposite hand from your mouse.
Yes, it's your keyboard hand. It just sits perfectly still.
I was thinking this was a mouse.
No, that'd be too
Oh,
complicated.
okay.
Yeah, so you've got your mouse in your right hand, and then this sits in your left hand instead of your keyboard, and you use it for all your buttons. So it's stationary.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool. You got 5 buttons there, and then you got
To work
at least 3 or 4 on your other mouse.
Well, and you've actually got 10. So you've got your top 4, your bottom 4, and then your thumb has 2 buttons.
That's a lot
And
of muscle memory, though, dog.
the thumb is a joystick, guys,
Well,
for
there you go.
movement,
Hmm.
and then all your commands are there on your buttons.
So you would use it as your main mouse then?
No, because you move, that would probably be for strafing, right? Or forward and back. And your mouse would
Strafing.
be for turning. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, the only thing, though, is it sounds like that would be kind of hard to set up your joystick, though, to just, unless you're playing like Elder Scrolls Online. Not all MMOs are going to support the joystick. You know
Well,
what
your
I'm saying?
joystick is every button on it's supposed to be completely customizable. So
Oh,
your
so you
joystick
just-
should be your AWSD.
So up would be
or whatever you want.
okay.
Right.
I got
Yes.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Interesting.
Pretty cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. That is, I got to give him credit there. I'm just gonna stick with my 12 key mouse that has all 12 buttons on the side that I hit with my thumb.
Well, my last
For now.
little bit here. Okay, first of all, before I start this, you guys remember how to pronounce that tall lady from the Resident Evil's name?
Tall
No,
lady.
tall lady,
Well, I'm gonna
Babes.
butcher-
Babes. That's what I remember.
Boobs. What was her name? It was
Dimitri.
Lady. Yeah. Something like that.
I'm just gonna call her Lady Dimitri, okay? Because
Yeah.
you guys already hate me because I don't know it right away. So, whatever.
Here
Yeah.
comes the babes. All right, go ahead.
So we dabbled with a little bit
We dabbled with boobs.
of the. Gosh, I can't talk tonight, guys. My stomach's hating me. But anyways, we dabbled with a little bit of the demo. We talked about it on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the tall lady, the tall lady in the demo.
Yeah, we saw her duck through the doorway. She's freaking huge.
She's huge. Well, Resident Evil fans have been dying to know how tall she is. They're like,
How huge is she?
how
I get it.
tall is this lady? Like,
Yeah.
is she tall enough to where I want her to step on me? Or,
Mhm.
like, they got those weird things going on.
Mhm.
But Resident Evil acknowledged fans' thirst by revealing how tall Lady Dimitri really is. It looks like it's Dimitri.
Dimitri.
Dimitrescu.
Dimitrescu. Yeah, that's probably it.
I don't know.
Dimitri.
That's how it's spelled.
Okay.
Well, I can't say Dimitri because it's Dimit.
Yeah.
So it would be Dimit.
Dimitrescu. Yeah.
Okay. Well, ever since she was first revealed in the Resident Evil Village showcase, the game's tall lady antagonist has
Mhm.
been all anyone is talking about. Already appearing in multitudes of fan art, comics, and cosplays. Now a tweet from the official Resident Evil account has acknowledged that the collective fan thirst released a statement from the game's art director, Tomonori Taka, about the tall lady.
Okay.
The most important part of the statement, written in bold, is that her official height is a staggering 2.9 meters, right?
Sure.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
For the metrics, I don't know if I said that right.
Yeah, which
Or
is
9 foot and 6 inches tall.
we're here in America. That's all we care about. What is it? What is it in the feet?
9 feet. Holy
9 foot 6 inches. 9.5.
Hey, she's a WNBA champion just by height.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
think there's any WNBA's players that are that tall.
She obviously took out Freddy Krueger with their claws, you know.
I don't think there's
Yeah.
So,
NBA players that are that tall. Do you guys realize it's almost the height of a basketball regulation basketball?
If you're that tall and your boobs are that big, are they like extra big? You know, because I'm just saying.
she'd kill you with her boobs.
I don't even remember that she had big ones.
Yeah.
That's all they focused on in the whole video.
Broken neck, bro. She just.
I'm really not joking about it because I'm so into them. I'm joking
No,
about it
yeah.
because they were like super advertised in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Well,
were just in the way.
that's just something they do in video games even now.
Yeah.
To put this into perspective, the tallest woman alive today is 7 foot 7 inches tall. With
huge.
With that record belonging to Yao Defin from China. Must be related to Yao Ming. Probably not. So anyways, yeah, so 9 foot 6 inches to that person is 7'7", almost 2 feet taller.
So that's what the T virus stands for. Tall.
Makes
With
sense.
The T virus.
Yep.
His official message said, "Hi everybody, I'm Tomonori Takano, art director on Resident Evil Village. I wanted to use this opportunity to publicly reflect on the outpouring and positivity we received from fans on our latest announcement. As a representative of the development team, thank you to all the fans who continue to follow us. Most recently, the tall lady and her daughters have received a fair amount of attention, far more than we anticipated. It's great that they're able to take the spotlight as icons of Resident Evil Village. The tall lady especially has received much fanfare, both domestically and overseas, which has made all of us in the development team extremely happy. I hear her height is something of interest. If you include her hat and her high heels, she is approximately 9'6".
Okay.
So, I mean, without the heels and without the hat, then she's not 9'6".
Probably like 9'2".
She's a 9 footer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still tall.
The daughters are 6 foot. You know, big family.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're working with. We're going to be running from a almost 10 foot tall lady.
There you
Nice.
go. She will.
And then
You watch.
guys are-
She's going to be in the Resident Evil 2 remake pretty soon.
Probably. If you guys are interested
Mr.
in the
X.
Resident Evil Village,
Mm-hmm.
it is due to release on May 7th.
There you
Nice.
go.
Yeah, that would
Alrighty.
be cool to throw into the remake. Like, she lived that long, you know? Well, I keep forgetting. No, Resident Evil Village is current.
Well, they'll just put him in the Resident Evil 7 game, you know,
Yeah.
because they put Bernie in there with his little chair coming up the guy.
Well, in my mind, I keep thinking that... I'm just
It's
saying,
old.
I keep thinking that it's old. Like,
Oh.
when we talked about this the other night, I keep
Yeah.
thinking it's like...
That's
gonna
because
take place.
that's because the demo we played was back in time.
Yeah. But here's my thing. I don't know if you heard me say this. What if they do a flashback thing? You know, like you play some in the current time and then something in the castle trips you to an old event that you play.
Maybe, yeah,
That'd be cool.
possibly. Yeah.
I hope I got that
Whoa.
muted in time.
Whoa.
Sneeze my out.
Whoa.
It's just extremely loud right now for some
Yeah.
reason.
I am?
Yes. Not you, like the fan is just like ripping all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Still?
When you talk.
Yeah, every time.
Only
I
when you
talk.
talk.
It was bearable, but now it's just like crazy.
How's that?
Super loud.
Yeah, horrible.
Just awful.
I'll sacrifice my health for you guys.
What's weird is it just came out of nowhere when you reached over and hit the button.
So you're probably using your laptop mic and not, or your webcam mic and not your.
You might be.
Probably.
There you go, big babies.
Oh,
You
yeah,
might have
check
been
right
using
now.
a different kind of mic or something. Because what happened is it only got loud when you hit your button, which doesn't really make sense unless we were on a different mic.
Did you hear me sneeze?
No.
Okay, well then it wouldn't have worked. I muted it.
Oh, okay.
I muted it to sneeze, and then when I came back on, you guys were like, "Whoa, whoa!"
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Well
it just
done.
decided it was going to start letting it through.
Piece of trash.
Go get
I'm
your
sorry.
wet washcloth.
That's what the listeners would have said about the episode if we would have let that go the whole time.
Yeah.
So get over it.
Just getting sued over busted eardrums, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're dramatic.
Am I, Hunter?
Very dramatic.
Turn that van up to high, bro. No, I'm kidding. Don't. Okay.
Yeah, get back up.
Well, that was
All right,
good.
we're about to hear the most entertaining freebie farm ever, guys.
Oh man! And you're gonna get the new intro. Here we go. Freebie farm coming. Freebie farm coming your way. Come on down, Freebie farm. All games are free, half off, and 70% off the price of free. All right, guys, it's time for the freebie farm. Time to tear it up and tell you what is free for the good old month of February.
Interrupt you for a second.
What?
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
You just did.
I think it's funny that Ryan does this segment all the time, and the week you did it, you decided to make a new graphic for it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I have no problem with it because I listened to that graphic live, and it's just like the other stuff that Clint always does. The music is like so loud you can barely hear the talking. So I get to bash him on that because he's deaf. You know,
No,
just so you guys who are listening
fine.
know, Clint is super deaf.
No,
He's
he's
got
not.
Great editing skills, but when
Says
it
the
comes
guy
to like,
yelling right now. Why are you yelling?
because I'm intense.
Okay.
I was so irritated that you made the video for your
Oh.
first time doing Freebie Farm, and then when I watched it, I
Well,
was
no,
very satisfied
Did you
that
not
the music
see?
was so bad.
I made you guys a Leaks for Geeks deal too. You
Oh
didn't
no,
notice?
we didn't see it. Huh?
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't see that.
you weren't paying
Yeah.
attention, so I
I
probably
feel
should have
less
said
bad
nothing.
now, but I probably need to review it to make sure the sound's horrible.
Wow. So
I
pretty much
definitely been
Ryan,
there at
pretty
Clint
much
Austin.
Ryan just openly on the podcast said the whole show is always horrible because the
no,
audio
no.
is just horrible.
No. Remember, because
So
in the
we-
very beginning of the show,
We should probably
Hold on,
just
hold on.
cancel the whole thing
The listeners
and
need
just
to know.
shut it down. We'll just re-record everything. It's no big
The
deal.
listeners need to
Start
know.
back
in
at
the very
episode
beginning,
1. You know.
Clint sent us all the samples with the music and the talking and stuff for each transition, and I had to let him know then you
that
can't
he-
barely hear the
that
words.
He sounded like trash on the first episode, right off the bat, and we had
So
to
Clint-
robot
Clint-
our voices to make Ryan sound any good at all.
So
So
Clint
F
fixed them
you,
all.
Ryan. F you. That's all I
And
gotta
now
say.
that he's done another one on his own,
Ryan, you need to get the
He butchered
Novocaine out before you do that kind of stuff.
Ryan was super upset whenever I modified his intro on the.
You hit a
He-
nerve.
He was
You struck
super
a-
angry. He was so mad at me. How
Like
dare
you're
you?
angry.
You put an effect on my voice? On
Oh
my
my gosh.
beautiful, wonderful voice? Yeah. So F you, Ryan. F you, Dogecoin. Take a dump.
I'm
There you
going
go.
to admit, though, I think Ryan, out of all three of us, has the
And
best radio.
it's called Dogecoin, okay?
All right, Clint, go ahead with your segment. I'm sorry I said anything.
oh man, it's so good. The
Go
Doge.
throw up.
Go
Right.
throw up. So insensitive, Clint. That I
I'm
have
kidding.
a eating disorder. Okay?
I'm not that bad. Brazzy, you can go throw up too, bro.
What did he say?
He said, "Thank God you got rid of that mustache."
Oh my gosh! Hey,
Oh no.
hey, listeners out there, let's just settle this. Let Clint know how well you could hear his voice during the musical transition in comparison to the audio volume of the music.
That's
All
because
right,
we're
roll,
using
Clint.
our old mics. We're not even using new mics. You can't even
Roll.
compare. We
I
had
thought he
Boo
was talking about mustache.
Boo Max. Yeah. Anyway, after that bashing, my thick skin's gonna prevail, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing going. All right, so Freebie Farm, we're actually gonna bring some videos because I'm prepared. All right, throwing it in there. Free for everyone. Okay, so we're just gonna throw it out there. We're using Metacritic, and Metacritic's not very good. Okay, we're just gonna throw it out there. Their list is like some parts are updated, some parts are still just boo-boo. For whatever reason, they didn't update their PlayStation section, so I had to get my PlayStation section from somewhere else. Yeah, it's really weird. It's like whoever was working on this article was like Ryan. Okay, so we only got last month's PlayStation, and I don't know why. I'm kidding, Ryan. Unlike you, I'm kidding. Okay, free for everyone. We got same as last month, so this isn't going to change. We're going to run through it really fast. On your PC, you got Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. On the PC as well, you got Dandra Trials of Fear Edition. That makes me think of dandruff. You also on PC have Corrosion Cold Winter Waiting. And on PC as well, you got Desert Child. All those are free. Well, we'll take Dandra off because as of tomorrow, it's not going to be free. So that's your end date on that. Same with Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Gone. Off the shelves. All right.
So if you're listening on Friday, those ones aren't free.
Yep. Okay, here we go. For the King on the PC, you can catch that on the Epic Game Store February 4th to February 10th. They do a free game every week, don't they? Is it every week that they do their release, I think, on that? Yeah.
I think so, yep.
So that's why that looks a little bit different. The Humble Choice didn't change much. So whatever Ryan said last month in January is still the same. I'm not going to go through that whole list.
No, Humble's is no good anyways. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of big games on there. So now we're going to get into the PlayStation part of things here. So I'm going to switch over to a different article because for whatever reason, Metacritic just was not on top of their game this month. Okay. They'll probably have it updated tomorrow whenever we're not doing the podcast, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, so here we are. We've got, I'll move this over here. We got our free games of the month, or as we would say, you're probably paying a monthly subscription on your PlayStation of some type for this. But we're looking at the PlayStation Games month here. We've got Destruction All-Stars. Now, this is one, I can't remember if it was part of their big reveal event. It's been a while. I don't know if you guys remember this game, but it looks like it's kind of not a battle royale, but like an arena style, like Twisted Metal type game.
Right. Yep.
So I'm playing the trailer for these games in the background from PlayStation Access, just so you guys can look. So this is available on the PlayStation Plus until Monday, April 5th. Then you can showcase your artistic side with some magical portraiture, in Concrete Genie. It says this game also includes 2 additional modes built especially for the PlayStation VR. And you're going to get inventive with supernatural abilities in order to save your skin in the game known as Control.
Oh, yes.
It says all titles are available, or both titles are available until Monday, March 1st. Okay.
Nice.
So that's what we
got
got
a new
there.
game to play through. Dude, Control is a really high-rated game.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, the gameplay on this video playing in the background, both these games, really all of them looks good. So is that Control there? That
Yeah,
we're looking at?
Yep.
Okay.
Telekinesis, yeah.
Yeah, she looks sweet. She kind of looks like Natalie, bro.
Yeah.
Like that little shot right there. It's Natalie
Sexy.
being a bad A. Yeah. you know who that is? I just realized it.
Who?
That's freaking what's her name from Walking Dead? Maggie.
No way.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, look at her.
I don't believe it.
Okay, well, I'm telling you that
How
face
is
is Maggie.
close up? How did you know that for one look at her face close up?
Because I got to looking because I was like, is that Natalie? And then I was like, no, that's Maggie.
Yeah, they
Okay. And then,
they developed the game and modeled it after my wife.
yeah. Your wife looks like Maggie. I think that's a compliment.
It is. It's
Okay.
100% a compliment. She's hotter, but
Destruction All Stars here is looking pretty
Mhm.
sweet too. So it does look like you can get out of the cars. Maybe just to
Yes.
do some taunts, maybe.
This game looks sweet.
Yeah.
Looks
yeah,
fun.
I'm definitely copping both of these.
Yeah, those all look good. And don't worry, honey, we are gonna have a little trailer as well for your Xbox group over there.
That was a funny joke.
Yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, that's looking sweet. Okay, well, we can move on, guys. Alrighty, so moving on the list here. For PlayStation Now, you're going to get, from January 5th to July 5th, you're getting The Crew 2. Frostpunk console editions coming out. It's still out till to be announced. You got Surviving Mars, the same. Wreckfest is going to be free until May 31st. Kingdom Come Deliverance is free till May 3rd. And Final Fantasy 15 free till March over on the PlayStation Now, which you're just paying your $10 a month, and it's your little catalog of games. So enjoy that, guys. And yeah, so all that's looking sweet over on the PlayStation. So congratulations, PlayStation, rocking it out. Oh, you'll never guess what they did. They updated their list.
Since
Since I was on here. It's a coming soon section now that they've added to the article. So screw you, Metacritic. You weren't there when I needed you guys.
okay, so Clint just didn't see the coming soon section. Cool.
We wouldn't have got the spicy trailer had we not. So
Nice.
I don't feel bad about it one bit. So
So does it say when they're coming?
when what's coming? We just talked about it.
Yeah, he's talking about all the games we just talked about.
For
that
them
are
they're
coming.
just saying they're just saying coming soon because they don't know what now means.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, don't get me upset. Prime Gaming, you're just gonna check it out, guys. Prime Gaming is not that great.
It's not. It's never good.
I
It's one step above Humble minus 2 steps. So
yeah.
do the math.
For Stadia Pro, not really anything out there. They haven't updated their list, so it's still
Oh,
the
really?
same games as what you announced last month.
Okay.
So
There were a
it's
couple
the-
new ones last month. Yeah, but
Are in the Secret Seasons, El Hill, a Wild West Tale, F1 2020, Figment, and Hotline Miami. That's what you got.
okay.
Sorry, Stadia. All right, so now we're bringing in the big guns. Talking to you, Hunter. The big guns, big green machine. What do you think we're talking about, Hunter?
Crap.
Wow.
Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be gold first, right? Xbox Gold.
Yeah, sure.
Quentin doesn't talk about Xbox all year, and then when I get a PlayStation, he's like, "Oh, but this guy." I'm just gonna get me an Xbox
What-
because
What do you mean? I was just trying to trigger you and Sean, and it worked.
that's exactly it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're just being a troll.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. For
Look
sure.
like a troll. Walk like a troll.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All night
Weird.
long, baby. Trolling. All right.
It's such good quality.
Yeah. Well. It's sponsored by PlayStation.
That was
Yeah.
funny.
Well, that's the first funny thing he said.
Jones, that's cool.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's your games with gold. We're going to talk
Gold,
about
I
it. All right. So games with gold, you're getting Gears 5 on the Xbox One, February 1st to February 28th. You got Gears 5 also for your Xbox. That's February 1st to February 28th. I think they mean the Xbox Series X because it's XBX. So I'm going
Yeah.
to say that's Series X. You're going to be getting Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb for the Xbox, February 1st, February 15th. Resident Evil is coming over to the Xbox One from February 1st to February 28th. And you're getting Dead Rising Xbox One till February 15th, which it's been out. And then you're also, looks like the Dandruff Trials of Fear Edition, Xbox One, February 16th to March 15th. And Lost Planet 2 on the 360, if you're still playing that. That's February 16th to February 28th. I'm just going to throw it out there, guys. I'm pretty impressed with good old Xbox as far as they're still supporting their 360 people. That's pretty cool. Pretty nice of them. All right, so Xbox Game Pass. They're looking pretty impressive this week, guys. This month. Not going to lie. The medium for PC and the medium for Xbox Series X is free right now.
Nice.
With the Game Pass. Also, Yakuza Remastered. That's for PS.
Don't forget, Game Pass has like $1 sign up for the first month, too. You might as well just freaking check it out.
Yeah, might as well just get it for the PC and stream that sucker. Because we've been talking about playing the medium anyway. You're also going to get Yakuza Remastered Collection for the PC and the Xbox One. So that's to be announced. So that's going to be on the Xbox Game Pass until to be announced. We got Cyber Shadow for the PC. To be announced on that as well. Control for PC. January 21st to be announced. Desperados 3 for PC. And Desperados 3 will also be coming to your Xbox One. Donut County for PC, Xbox One. There's a lot of other games on here, but I think those are your big ones. Injustice 2, if you're into that spin-off of, like Mortal Kombat like game for your superheroes, that's also on the Game Pass for PC and Xbox One.
Nice.
Oh, and that's all we have. I did want to talk real quick, throw up a video for you guys on Steam. They're doing a games festival for 2021. I'll post this in Discord if you feel like listening to it. You don't necessarily have to do it, but I was going to put it in the deal just to let everybody know. So give me just a second to load that up. We'll actually play this one with sound. Sorry, I didn't mean to go through it so fast, guys, but
You're good. You're right on time.
All right, so here we go. Play this up. All right.
There it is.
Can you guys see
it?
it?
There it is. There it is.
I see a black screen.
Welcome to the Steam Game Festival, where we're showing a massive collection of upcoming releases on Steam. During the week of the festival, developers from around the world release their demos for you to play.
Time to put on the gamer pants.
Okay, these two know how to play video games.
So go explore the newest titles. From first-time devs to the seasoned pros, this is the Steam Game Festival.
So there you go, guys. If you want to check that out, I think we should try to, if we have time, to get over to it.
So what is the Steam Game Festival?
So the Steam Game Festival is a festival for independent gamers, it looks like. It says that they announced the Game Festival, and it's set to start February 3rd. So it's going to be...
Developers.
It says this is for gamers to play developers' games, I believe.
Individual developers to help promote individuals.
Yeah.
The smaller guys. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, so Steam tweeted, says the next Steam Game Festival is coming up with hundreds of brand new demos for fans to play. What's next? For free from February 3rd through the 9th. And then they had the little trailer for your sneak peek. It says here that during the festival, there's a promise of access to over 500 free demos.
Nice.
As well as a chance to watch live streams from indie developers and the chance to chat to those devs about the games they're working on. Valve says the demos will include everything from action games to visual novels, strategy game, platformers, and everything in between. It says this is quite an increase from the previous festival where just 40 games were available to play. I think this is them taking advantage of the internet right now. People not being able to get out and do things. Hey, let's give them a chance to get on. It also says here...
Maybe a little bit of that, hey, let's do something good since we just got sued for stealing a small guy's stuff.
Maybe. Possibly. It also says here, leaks from the Steam database also seem to suggest that a new Steam sale is set to happen shortly after the Steam Game Festival ends. According to an insider, the Steam Lunar New Year sale is due to kick off on February 11th, just in time for the Chinese New Year. So there you go.
Nice.
Yep. And they have a rat on here, but I think it's Year of the Ox, I think, is what it actually is.
Year of the Rat Ox.
Rat Ox. There you go.
Yep.
I only know the Ox part because of Overwatch is about to do their event. Anyway, that's all we got, guys. I know demos aren't necessarily full games, but they are free. You can get on there with your kids, play some family-friendly games.
Well, even if it's not free, a lot of those indies are pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you like the demo, you go buy that, and it's like $3, $8,
Right.
something. They're never more than that.
Yeah, I even think for what Phasmophobia was spent like $12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
give you a good taste.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that's all we got this month. That's for free.
All right.
What do you guys think? What do you think? I know we were breaking balls earlier and joking around, but what do we think overall?
I think it's good. I think the episode went well. I know everybody listening enjoyed it because, that's what they do is enjoy us. That's why they're here. And as for freebies, I think, I would say this part of the year is always a little bit light on some game releases, and it's going to be a little bit light on some of your freebies. Usually you got a couple months from now, kind of spring starts hitting a little bit.
Yep,
Boom,
summertime.
we got a couple big ones again. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of just where you're at. But I think we still had some good ones. I think just like, Game Pass is just booming.
Yeah.
I think they're doing their thing. They're doing a great job keeping top games in there.
Yeah, I seriously think, and Hunter, earlier I was just getting jabs messing around with you, but for real, Game Pass is starting to make me want to pay.
Yeah.
Because
They just constantly
have
adding
some
really good games
in there that's like, okay, I'd play that. Oh, yeah, I'd play that for sure.
Well, I'm used to.
Is that like PlayStation Now, where you only play them while you are paying the subscription, or do you get to keep them?
No, it's
Yep,
just like
just
that.
like-
Yep, only while you're paying. But used to, a lot of the better games didn't come on PC.
Mhm.
It was like a lot of them were just on the Xbox One, and then PC was a little bit thin. But now it's like every big game that we're seeing on Xbox is also available for the PC deal. So
Yeah.
that's why it's kind of making me go,
Yeah, because before you were
Sounded
still
good.
paying for it's free on Xbox, or, with the Game Pass on Xbox, but you're still paying for it on PC. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, PlayStation Now, come on. What are you doing? Give,
All right.
give PC some love is all I'm saying. Make a Sony app where you can download it on your PC,
Yeah.
They need to work together. Let's get there. Come on. But no, we're going to make a DualSense controller.
So I like the controller. I like it.
Yeah, it was okay.
I was messing around when we started the podcast, before we started the podcast, saying, hey, hopefully they make that controller, or I was saying they're making it available for PC, all completely compatible. I just made that up. I think I already told you guys that.
Yeah, you did.
But I do wish that they would, because it would be sweet for sure.
Hey, I was sitting there standing on the fan, and I could feel the blades vibrating like in a circular motion in my hands.
That's
of
cool.
the controller, and I was just like, what the freak? Like, it's really trippy. Same thing, we went and, like, there was rain. It's like you feel the raindrops pitter-pattering on different parts of your controller. It's not like...
Right, like the whole
your
thing's pitter-pattering.
Right. It's really impressive. Also, there's a monkey one where you're, like, climbing this rock thing, and you got to move the controller to control each hand and use, like, the triggers to grip. And it would just, it was... pretty cool. Let's put it that way. If I had a VR headset and that, I'm good.
Yeah,
I like
nice.
that. I think I like that almost better than the Move controller that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because
That's
of
cool.
how immersive it is. You don't really realize it. But I don't know how they did it, but kudos to Sony for that.
They did it.
All right, you
Yeah.
happy, Hunter? There.
They have a lot of little robots in there, just like the game shows. So that's how they do it.
Yep, makes sense.
Hey, and to
They run
clarify,
around and then tap different ways and stuff.
We got different like hammers in there,
Yeah.
and there's fans, and
Yeah, your PlayStation, guys, your PlayStation 5 that you spent big money on, lots of glitches in there, lots of viruses that you got to take out on your little game. So get in there and do it.
What are you talking about?
The little robot game, that's what they're doing. They're taking out all the baddies that are trying to kill your PS5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's not talking about real life. He's talking about
he didn't catch up on that.
An article you got that just out or something? Or what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with my PlayStation 5.
He got defensive on that, didn't he?
I wasn't defensive. I was just like...
He's making sure you're not lying to the fans. We have an actual following here, and you're sitting here talking about viruses all over the PlayStation, Clint. Why don't you get serious about stuff?
Okay, well, I'm serious about this. Let's clarify GameStop real quick. Last week, we didn't know what hit until we logged off the podcast. But the pump and dump strategy for GameStop worked for a lot of Redditors and gamers alike. So what happened was there was a Reddit group of investors that was like, hey, let's basically this hedge fund shorted the stock on GameStop, meaning they were betting on it to fail, to go out of business. Mm-hmm. And so, all these gamers and investors and what have you decided, hey, let's build that sucker up. So if you're living under a rock, you're finding out now that's what happened. So
yeah, we were under a rock, obviously, because it had been happening for like 4 days. Up to that point, I don't know how we didn't know.
No. It had started like the day before, I think.
No, it had gone on a little bit. That's why it was like that's why I didn't jump in, because it had been going for a while and kind of leveled out by the time we were talking about it.
I thought it didn't start till that Monday. Because we record on a Tuesday, so it wouldn't have happened before the weekend because the stocks were closed.
It had to be for a
Monday.
little bit, because when we talked about it the first time, it was at like 50-something a share, I thought.
No. When we were on there, and Mike was talking about on the live stream that it was at like 200 a share, 200 something a share.
I think we were 2 full days behind. I think it started Monday morning.
Maybe it was 2 days behind.
Because you got to think we were recording Tuesday after the market closed.
It was enough that I felt like we missed it. You know?
Well, it was like 200 something, I think, at that time.
Right.
Got up to 420 though, so.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. So that's why Ryan was talking about the Dogecoin earlier. He's got some money down on the Doge. So.
Didn't that go up too?
Oh yeah, it went up a lot, but then they froze everything, so they're expecting another big go up on the 4th. So there's everybody waiting for their money to come through Robinhood. They're dumping in there on the 4th, and we'll see what happens.
All right.
I got my life savings riding on it.
Oh no, not your life savings, bro. Hey.
Yeah, all $40.
If it goes good, we could ride the wave and make this thing a full-time job.
Yeah,
that's right. Buddy. Hey, this is supposed to be the big wave, the third wave that's supposed to just bury the GameStop thing. So we'll see what happens.
Just the third wave. We need it to.
If you got a little extra money, guys, we're not financial advisors, but we're the little guys, and we're trying to build something up. The Bitcoin guys already got their billions. And we're trying to say, let's do the same thing with Doge.
Ryan's like, let's gamble, let's get it, let's take it.
But don't.
I tried
what I'm saying is, don't use your money that's important. If you got some extra food money, $60, $100 or something laying around, throw it in there. Because just so you guys know that are listening, this show's not about this kind of thing. And it's very unlikely that it's going to get all the way here. But what everybody is saying that they're committing to is they're going to buy and hold till $1. Well, buy and hold till $1, it's at 3 cents right now. So you do the math.
Yeah.
You put in $100, you're walking away with some pretty money. And so think about it. Jump in there. Doge to the moon.
To the moon and back. All right.
And you can hear him at all.
I know you never do.
Never. It cut out. But they hear it on the podcast. I'm telling you. It's magic.
We believe you. We believe you.
Mm-hmm. But I can't hear it because I'm deaf. So we've established
true.
that too.
True.
So how would I know any different? Have the deaf guy over here doing the audio. How does that make sense?
Hey, guys, if you want to support us, give us some reviews. If you don't have money to do pay reviews on iTunes, reviews on Facebook, and everywhere else, right? Podbeam, all that kind of stuff goes a long ways for us in reaching new listeners. So jump on there.
And for those of you who had emailed us over time, getting in contact with us, thank you for your feedback from last week. We were able to actually use your questions for a whole little segment in our podcast. So we appreciate that, guys, for the ones that communicated That's good.
And
also,
if you can Patreon, go for it.
Yep.
I was just saying, if you can't,
Yeah.
Or
we
you could
appreciate
just send some hearing aids over. For fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. And hey, guys, we're going to see you at some point, at some time, playing games, streaming on Twitch, on the YouTube, and on the Facebook. So just look out for us, and we hope that you're getting all your dad needs met and all your gaming needs met. And we hope that you guys have a great week and have a great weekend. Okay.
Yep. Stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
And stay gaming. This has been a Delirious Dads production. For more information about the show, visit our website at www.deliriousdadsgaming.com. You can also find us on facebook.com/deliriousdadsgaming, twitch.tv, and YouTube. Make sure you like and share our pages to help us grow the channel. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please leave a rating and review if you enjoy the show. Thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you next time.